Oh, welcome back. The liberal media is chomping at the bit for more drama. Now they're all bent out of shape with military purchases of iPads, furniture, and especially now food. Last September, before the military fiscal year ended, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth spent $22 million on good eats for our brave men and women in the uniform. Just listen to how the media tried to spin it. Watch.
Reportedly, the Pentagon spent $2 million on crab legs, $6.9 million on lobster tail, and over $15 million on ribeye steaks. No, boo. They're just hearkening back to our founders. As Paul Revere declared on his famous ride, one if by surf, two if by turf.
He spent more in the month of September than most countries on earth spend in their defense.
Paul, do you believe
himself? Lobster tails?
Do you believe
while our troops are eating MREs?
No. Do you believe the Secretary of Defense is personally eating all the lobster?
I can't believe this story. Anyway, there are more than 1.3 million active duty military personnel. That $22 million actually works out to be around $17 a person. Let's sink our teeth into this Lobstergate story with Top Gun Navy fighter pilot and founder of No Fallen Heroes Foundation, Matthew Whiz Buckley. Great to have you here. One, thank you so much for your service. I appreciate you coming on as well. Let's start with this. What was your take when you saw that the media is now giving criticism to the Secretary of War for signing off on surf and turf?
Good morning, John. Thanks for having me. I mean, some of these people, if Trump declared or Hegseth declared he was Satan, first of all, they'd believe it and they'd start complaining it's not hot enough in hell. The hyper-partisanship is an absolute disgrace, John. For example, Congressman Jason Crow, he was a Ranger. He's a Democrat congressman, I believe, from Colorado. Either his 20-something social media manager doesn't understand that when he deployed to the combat area, he got this type of stuff, or he posted that, and he's just a raging hyper-partisan. Elizabeth Warren, other Democrats haven't said a word about tens of billions of dollars in fraud in Minnesota or California, but they have a problem with troops having a good meal every once in a while. John, in the military, we have a little gallows humor. We called this our death row meal. Whenever we were getting something nice to eat, we all looked at each other like, uh-oh, something bad's about to happen. So it's just an absolute disgrace that when our troops are overseas, engaged in hostile action with an enemy, that these folks engage in this. I'm old enough to remember Ronald Reagan doctrine that politics stopped at the water's edge. This is just an absolute disgrace.
Here's some reference here, how the Pentagon has spent money in Biden's last year in office under then Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. Take a look at this. $6.1 million in lobster tails in September, over $3 million, more than that spent on the same month in 2023. Other luxury food purchases included $16 million on ribeye steaks and $6.4 million on salmon. Even Michelle Obama served steaks to the troops during her husband's presidency. I mean, where does it end? I mean, clearly the left doesn't like Secretary Hegseth. That's clear. They didn't want to get him confirmed. But I mean, these are our troops that are going off into battle. These are people that protect American citizens. Should they be eating slop?
John, I mean, it's laughable, but it's infuriating to me. Tonight, John, about 35,000 veterans will sleep on the streets. These Democrats treat illegal immigrants better than they treat the heroes who served. Last time I checked, John, I think the government spends $6 million every minute. So they're complaining about essentially 4 minutes of money. Our troops deserve the best food, the best health care. Speaking of the best health care, John, how come our senators and congressmen don't get their health care from the VA? They get this Cadillac congressional health care. I guarantee you, if the Congress and Senate had to get their health care from the VA, things would be fixed pretty quickly. This is just absolutely awful when troops are engaged in combat and they're talking about these things. My son's deploying for the United States Air Force in a couple weeks, and it's infuriating to me, but it's not shocking, John, which is sad.
Yeah, and Secretary Doug Collins is trying to change that with the VA, and he knows all about those issues.
Amen.
Lastly, just real quick, for our troops that are in battle right now, what message do you have for them?
Be regular, American people have your back. Do not listen to this chatter, this fringe 10%, if it's that. We have your back. God bless our troops. I pray, John, that all of our young men and women on the tip of the spear come home safe. And the No Fallen Heroes Foundation, which you said I run, we are here to help heal our veterans, first responders, and families who bear the weight of their service.
Matthew Buckley, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for all the good work you do, and thank you for your service. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, John. God bless.